And memes, though, did he? I'm sorry, we can
for political campaigns. Yeah, right. You want to go to that?
I mean, I keep seeing it, and I texted you guys, not you, Charles, but Michael and another person, to good friend of the show, Brian. I read the bill, and I think the way that I read it, it's literally just if you're an office holder or you're running a campaign, and in that case, you have to say this is a paid advertisement buy.
Yep.
And everyone is freaking out saying that you can't post political memes anymore in Texas once this passes, and I just don't. I'm wondering, like, everyone is so confident that you can't post, like, they leave out all the context. I'm like, am I missing something?
Well, it's for the campaigns.
Correct.
But when do you become a part of the campaign? When you're volunteering for a candidate and you are posting on social media as well, like, are you part of the campaign?
I can't hear you.
Or are you not? I think it's a little gray area, and I think people get caught up, and there are some pretty stiff penalties associated with this bill, including up to a year in prison for memeing.
Crazy.
So
a year in prison includes other penalties, if you know what I mean.
Huh?
Is there something wrong with the audio? What's happening?
No, I just didn't hear the joke.
Did I go out there?
Yes, you keep going in and out, and so I don't know if what's happening.
Oh. I think I got a phone call. So let me go back to what I was saying. There's a gray area, because if you're posting on social media and you're a volunteer on the campaign and you're advocating for or against a certain candidate, are you part of the campaign then? And the law comes with pretty stiff penalties, up to a year in prison.
Yeah.
For memeing. And I think some people could get caught up in that, in that gray area. And I think there's reason to be concerned that we're creating criminal penalties for memeing. On the other side, they're saying you should, if you're doing it for a campaign and you're being paid for it, you should disclose it, which we do on mailers and robocalls and everything else. So why would memes be any different?
Well, if you are on a campaign and you post, if you post something saying like, I support this person, I don't support this person for those reasons, you don't have to put a disclaimer on your tweet. Memes to me are like newspaper, what are those things called? Cartoons, but I don't know what they're like technically called, like the
political cartoons? Satire?
Satire, yeah. So I don't see why you would have to, similar to if you were looking at what's that website called that does the satire articles about politics? The Onion? Is it the Onion or there's another Babylon Bee? They don't have to put, if I'm not mistaken, they don't have to put disclaimers on their stuff. So why is this any different?
But they're not. So I don't agree. I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with the bill, but I'm not surprised that something like this is happening. There's a big shaking your head. There's a big push to. Why do you keep shaking your head? It's throwing me off.
I'm agreeing with you. I don't agree with the bill either. That is what my head shaking is for.
Yeah, I don't agree with the bill, but I'm not surprised that something like this is happening. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that, AI and stuff like that is coming out, and they're trying to protect themselves from, I don't know, should I say bad actors? I guess they're fucking politicians, so aren't they all bad actors? But they, you come out with you make a video, a campaign makes a video, Cornyn's campaign makes a video of Ken Paxton, and it's all AI, but Boomer Matilda doesn't know the difference between like real and unreal. She doesn't know how to use the internet, basically. And there's no disclaimer on there saying that this came from the Cornyn campaign. I could see why they would want to protect themselves from that.
But why does it matter what the source is?
Why does it matter? Well, you could ask them that, I guess, for mailers. Why does it matter what the source is? Why do they make you put a disclaimer on that?
Because if you're paying for something, they want people to know.
Right. So that's what I mean. I'm saying I'm not surprised by it, and I don't believe the hype that like me, Brad Swail, can't post a meme on Twitter anymore once this is enacted, if it's enacted.
Well, we'll find out, because I'm going to report you a lot to the authorities.
I hope every listener reports me. I want to spend a year in jail for the slight of posting a meme.
Well, isn't that part of the problem, though, is that we don't know, and that once this is passed, and I assume it's not going to get through the Senate, but once this is passed, someone's going to have to go through the process of a long drawn out legal fight to determine if it's even like upheld. And it's probably gonna be some random person from Texarkana who decided to draft up a little meme about somebody and, you know, put it out there. So, I mean, it clearly sounds like hurt feelings from elected officials who don't like memes being made about them. But I'm sorry, like, you enter the public space, like, there's going to be some stuff. It's very different than a political ad. It's a meme. It's a joke.
Yeah. I think the other thing that complicates is it's the public square. We're talking about what's happening on social media. It's just a little trickier than sending a direct mail piece to someone's door that's an advertisement and printing
Eric Weinstein doesn't like the public square anymore. There is no free marketplace of ideas.
Why not? I like Eric Weinstein.
Yeah, well, now he's